Okay, Brother Samba, we just want to get input on you on how today went. What did you think about the third African Mental Health Summit today?
Thank you. We had the honor and the pleasure to be part of this third African Mental Health Summit. Nothing about Africans without the Africans. And we
Right.
got to really exercise once more the power of African culture, our cultural grounded tools and healings modalities could be an example for Minnesota, let alone the entire United States to use and to get healed. We have demonstrated once more that Africa is filled with everything that this humanity need. First and foremost, about mental health. We all know the crisis of mental health here in Minnesota, but we have forgotten or ignored the culturally grounded healings that the Africans, the immigrants, are bringing into the United States. And today, that's basically what we give a little bit of taste of to the participants.
Okay. And so, how would you possibly advise fellow Africans that are out there, people that have experienced a disconnect from their own culture? We have a lot of people who are diagnosed as being mentally ill, but as you say, that comes from some type of cultural disconnect. So, what would you have to say to those people? What is the route to take?
Well, as an old African saying, no matter how long has the log been in the water, it will never turn into a crocodile or an alligator. I believe that our brothers and sisters, African or immigrants from Africa living here in the West, especially in Minnesota, they need to just redirect their vision. What is their real role to being here in Minnesota? This land needs more of them than they need of this land. And I believe it's a way of reconnecting with ourselves, knowing first and foremost that we have migrated from the great continent. It doesn't mean that we have to let go of the continent. The continent makes us who we are today. We need first and foremost ask ourselves the question, are we still African? Once we get that answer of yes, I'm still an African, then a lot would occur. But when they're still in that dark stage of recognizing, do I want to be Minnesotan or do I need to adjust to become a Minnesotan? That's where Minnesotans are looking into the African and diagnosing them or labeling them as mentally imbalanced. They're not mentally imbalanced, they're culturally confused. They don't know which culture to really fit in. You don't need to force yourself into Minnesotan culture. African people, you will never be Minnesotan, there is no way. You always will be African. And that's where this third African Mental Health Summit was all about, to show that nothing about African can go without us Africans.
And so finally, you were here on behalf of Multicultural Kids Network. For anybody who's watching this, how do they get in touch with you? What do you have to offer as Multicultural Kids Network?
As Multicultural Kids Network, we are here to show the world that Bantu, that's us, all human beings. If Africa is the point of departure of humanity, we are here to set the bar, to set the record straight. Each of us as Africans, we have a power to Multicultural Kids Network to empower this society. When we're looking at all these cultures that are here, whether of African descent, European descent, Asian descent, you name them, Mexican descent, Latino descent, they all came from our African culture and they all starve. They're starving the African touch. And Lauren, thank you for asking this very question. It makes me laugh because I remember the first day Multicultural Kids Network was born. Myself, I didn't know where to go. But today it's a big baby that is making all these great stories from people. And I believe the call is still there. They all need to come. And as you see, the work is picking up. Multicultural Kids Network is working. But they also need the African communities, along with all other race. We are a multicultural race to be part of it.
Thank you very much,
Thank you,
Sandra.
Lauren.